Welcome back, Weebs and Gamers. This is Eiji here, back with another banlist discussion. Today, the new banlist is active, June 18th, and I just wanted to do a little quick talk about it and, yeah, get some discussion going. Apparently, Bushi has just been knocking it out of the park lately. Like, every single time they update the banlist, it's always been very good. The last three ones have been very good, and this one is no exception. So, yeah, we'll just take a look here. So, we'll do a little zoom in. So, first and foremost, one of my favorite sets in all of Weiss finally is free, which is Gochiusa. As you can tell by the thumbnail, I am extremely happy about this. I think this should have been done, years ago. Like, I do think maybe when the set came out, this was a justified hit. But nowadays, I don't think it needed this hit at all. Gochi has not really been topping at all, even though it keeps getting more sets. It is not a bad set for sure. It's definitely like a good series, but it's just not like the top tier kind of deck, right? So these hits are finally free. So I'm definitely very happy about that. Probably do a new deck profile for Gochi one of these days. And then moving on, we have like the sort of retro hits here. We have the Marika and the Haruhi event going up to 3 copies per deck now. So yeah, this is one of those things where they could probably just put them to 4, because like these two cards, I mean, like you wouldn't really need to play 4 copies kind of thing. It's one of those things like you could just play like 2 or 3 or whatever, and you can just it's probably fine. But so they are at 3 now, which is good. I'm sad the blue event is still banned, but Bushi has made it like very apparent they absolutely hate this card and think they said they think it's a mistake. So it'll probably always stay banned, never to return again, sadly. But I'm definitely happy about the Haruhi event for sure, and Marika is of course like memes. It's the troll card from back in 2015. Yeah, so those are good. And then to the Grisaya, I've only played against Grisaya like a little bit because it was like restricted pretty fast after it came out, and then everyone kind of just like dropped it. And also, not many people played it, I think, in the first place. But now they have, I know this level 0 is like a JC, quote unquote, which is like you can sack it to like bounce one of your other characters back to hand, essentially saving your character from dying. And I know this event is like a Ghost of Memory and consistency card, and because they need events in memory and stuff. So yeah, definitely good that they got both of these back. I'm sure the deck will be more consistent now. But I don't know if it'll, jump in popularity or anything like that. But then moving on, we have the last 2 unlimits here, which is the Sao Unlimit. I'm definitely happy about this because I do own Sao 10th. I made that deck pretty much when it came out, basically just because I absolutely love the light novel art, and I do enjoy Sao as much as that is a meme to like hate on Sao. I do actually enjoy Sao. And the Sao 10th was not only like it was a very good set on release and had amazing art. I basically just collected it for the art and then just happened to make a deck as well. And yeah, so now they have this level 0 Asuna is a on top check, gets a marker and becomes 35, and is also a I believe it's a center runner. It can run to center. So yeah, very good card. I definitely think out of the 3 cards, this was easily the most fair card. I mean, it's basically just a runner, oversized runner. Doesn't really do anything like particularly broken, I would say. But these other 2 cards, the Heathcliff and the Kirito level 0 pants support, I definitely do think these cards are warranted to still be on here. These are hands down the 2 best cards in Sao 10th, in my opinion. And so having it so you have to choose between one or the other, I think is fair. And and it is kind of nice because, like, if you were, like, for instance, I have 2 decks. I have, like, a 8 pants deck, and then I have just kind of, like, the regular deck. So with this, you can just kind of play, like, the Heathcliff in the, like, the 4 pants, 4 choice build, if you want. And then you can play the Kirito pants support in the 8 pants deck. So it does kind of work out well that way. And I haven't really, I'll probably be doing a deck profile for this as well, since I haven't yet. And now that it has this unlimited, it gives you more options. And, but yeah, personally, I like the Heathcliff more, just because it does kind of fit, Sao's, motif, or, for lack of a better word. It's a gimmick, in the show of, you know, like, no revival, once you die in real life. So the Heathcliff making it blanket, no one can encore, I think is pretty cool. It very much fits Sao, and I'm surprised they never did that earlier. Like, I think that should have been a gimmick they did way earlier than that, but they did it now, so it's fair. And but the Kirito pants is definitely pretty broken, I would say. But yeah, I just don't like playing the deck as 8 pants, and I also don't like, some people were trying it like split, where you play like 2 choice and 6 pants, but then I feel like you're not really utilizing the Kirito to its fullest potential by not playing 8 pants, and you're also kind of splitting your level 3 combos, and it just gets inconsistent. I've tried it, I didn't like it, so I kind of just went with the basic old school, just 4 choice, 4 pants, and I'm playing the Heathcliff. So yeah, I just prefer that build. But if you want to play the pants, Kirito level 0, perfectly fine as well, if that's what you want to do. But yeah, now the Asuna runner's back, so definitely good for that. And the last 2 thing is just the clock encores for the Love Live Superstar deck. I actually mentioned this in my my last video that I did for this, which was where I thought that they, like, I wasn't totally confident on their restriction of this, and yeah, lo and behold, they did basically flip-flop on it and decided to just ban the level 3 entirely. So now if that's banned, you don't really need these clock encores on here. It's kind of pointless, right? So yeah, so I'm it's funny that I was right on that. I did feel it was kind of not that good of a hit, but now that they kind of refined it now to be more specific, where they just ban level 3 and then put the other 2 cards, the other 2 combo pieces, quote unquote, to choice 2. So I think that deck is definitely I don't know if it's dead or not, because I'm sure there's other options you can play. I haven't really played against the Superstar deck at all, but yeah, I'm sure there's other options you can play. It's just not as degenerate now, basically. And then the last bans are for sort of newer sets, I guess. Not really, I don't know. It's tough to say here, because whenever new sets come out, you know, they're always pretty good, usually, I find. But it's hard to justify if some cards are, like, restriction worthy or not, I guess. Like, for instance, the Mushoku Tensei cards. I definitely think Mushoku deserves some sort of hit, but I'm not sure if these 2 are the choice. You know what I mean? I don't know if these 2 are it. Because this is just like a rest counter. Like, other sets have rest counters. Like, I don't, really see why this one is so important. And then this is just like a 2/2 standby target, which, don't get me wrong, it's a really good 2/2 standby target. But, because it's good either in front row or back row, essentially, which is different from older school ones, where they were basically shit in the back row until you got to move them up. So, it's definitely a good card, but I don't know if this was the right hit for that. I'm not too experienced on Mushoku, so I'm just going to say that right now, but yeah, it just seems kind of not that good of a hit. And then Assault Lily, this level 3 is definitely pretty broken, so I'm not surprised they put this to 2. But then these other 2 cards are basically just like consistency hits. Same with Quintets. Like, I would say out of these 3 cards, the rest counter, or not the rest counter, the -3 soul counter is definitely the best card. And then the other 2 cards are kind of just like consistency hits, basically. So it's same thing with this, where this is limited to 2, and then these 2 are just like consistency hits. Yeah, because this card is like a... It's like... I play not Love Live, Hololive a lot. And so I play like the Aqua and the new Laplace card that are, when sent to Waiting Room, you can pay 1, clock 1, and then look at top 2 and add all the characters to your hand, so which is essentially what this card is, but it's a double rare because it's a clock bomb. And Bushi has had a habit of this where, like, for some reason, they think, like, level 0 clock bombs are, like, broken. And they always make them double Rs. I don't know why. Yeah, so basically that's what this card is. It's basically just a double R version of those kind of cards. But I don't really agree with that, to be honest. Like, I don't see why it's on here. Like, don't get me wrong, it's definitely a good card, for sure. I don't think it's a double R worthy, and I also don't know if it's worthy to be on here or not. Same with this. I think they probably could have just did this, limit to 2, and it would have been fine. And then these are, yeah, again, these are kind of just like standby consistency hits. I don't know. It's tough to say. Yeah. That's about it, guys. I just wanted to quickly go over it. I'm super happy about the Gochiusa unrestriction. Thank you, Bushi. That was great. So, and I'll probably be doing a profile on Sao 10th, since I never have done one on that before, and now that I can play the Asuna runner again, that's definitely pretty sweet. So, yeah, that's it, guys. If you liked, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and this is Eiji, signing out.